Good morning, ma'am. Today I am going to present my project report. My scenario-based question is hospital management system. This system improves patient management, doctor management, then their employee management, nurse details, record keeping, bill details, and test report. The schema of the hospital management system is there are different tables for each of the process. One of that is patient, which consists of patient ID, patient name, date of birth, gender, mobile number, age, and address. For employee, it contains employee ID, name, salary, gender, mobile number, address, state, city, and PIN number. For doctor, email, uh, for doctor, employee ID, which is in foreign reference to employee because employee ID is there in employee table. So we have to foreign reference it. Then doctor contains department like which department he works, cardiologist or something. Then its qualification and specialty. Other table is nurse. Nurse all contains employee ID, which is again a foreign reference to employee. Then its shift, department, then room ID. Room ID which also contains room also contains room ID. Then what is its type like AC, non-AC, two bed, three bed, capacity, then availability. It is available to use or not. Then receptionist also contain employee ID, which is in foreign reference, then shift either morning or evening. Then test report contain ID, then patient ID, because test report it is of patient, so it is in foreign reference to patient. Then its type, like blood test or other test, result and date. Then bill ID, which is in foreign bill ID, then patient ID, which is in foreign reference to patient, then its amount, when it is issued, which is date issued, status, paid or unpaid. Then record number, patient ID, again it is in foreign reference, then employee ID, which is reference to employee because what is record contains like all the record of patient, its test details and all of that, and doctor, which employee is assigned to it. Then consult ID, like which patient is consulting to which employee. So it will contain all the stuff which is consult ID, patient ID, employee ID, then date and notes. Then governed, which is contain govern ID, employee ID, then room ID, like which patient is governed to which room and shift. After that, what we have to do in third part is Python code. Python code to embed like Python code to create tables, insert record, and select different patient record to display or not. So I've created this code like you have to do in a Python environment uh, to execute it. So there is connection. I have maintained a connection which is an I have created an hospital management system database. So which is SQLite 3 is an Python library to manage the connection, like to create a database. After that, I have created a table of patient table. Now there I have created a create table if not exist patient, like I've created a patient table which consists of patient ID which has to be primary key because there is only one key and it has to be the integer. Then patient name which is in text, and it can't be null because uh, patient has to have a name. Without this field we can't enter or we can't proceed. Then it's date of birth, which the input should be taken in date format, then gender, which is of text format, mobile number text format, which contains number, and age, which is an integer, and address, which is also in text. So this is for this is what I've created a patient table. Now, uh, I've created an employee table, like how to create. This is like Python function cursor dot execute, and that is in SQL. Like I've created create table if not exist employee. I've created an employee ID which is has to be an integer and it should be primary key. Then name, primary key because it has to be unique. Then I've created name which is of employee name, salary which has to be in decimal, gender, text, mobile number, address, state, uh, and city, and PIN number. Then after that, I've created a doctor table uh, for doctor, which has to department, its email ID, which has to be in reference with the other, and qualification. What is doctor qualification? Is it qualified or not? Specialty and foreign key. Like see for the employee ID because it has to be have a reference to employee. So at last I've created a foreign key which references employee ID. Then I've created a nurse table which is a create table. Then employee ID which is again in foreign reference and shift department. Then room table which is room ID, availability and capacity. After that, I've created a text test report which contains the test what all are tests which are done of patient. So it contains patient ID which is important reference, then test type, result, date. Then bill table I've created which is of create table, bill ID, patient ID, amount, date issued, status, and foreign key. Because for bill should be issued to patient only. So there is an foreign key reference to patient. After that, record table to store the record of each of the patient. So it contains its number, patient ID, and employee ID. Because for the record to be implemented, like every patient should be awarded or should be given to an employee. So for that, it has to be two foreign key reference for patient ID and for email ID. After that, now this all are tables which I have created, which are to be used. Second, now I have to insert records in this table. So I have inserted this is an insert into patient, patient ID, name, date of birth, gender, mobile number, age, address. I have given the values which is patient ID one, name is John Doe, its date of birth, mobile number, and everything I have given. So I have inserted one patient. Uh, you can insert more. Then I have inserted employee. Then I have inserted doctor. Then room. I have inserted room capacity. I have inserted one room which is of deluxe type, and two people can be site in this and its availability, which is available. Then I've now for the select function, I've created an select, which will what it will do is it will retrieve all the patient and it will display their name. So I've created select a star from patient, like select all the details of patient. So this is to be done and it will be executed. Now we move to what? Now we'll move to question number 4. Now I have to for that question there are 10 questions which has to be answered. First question is I've created a new table for storing patient appointment details, which will con contains employee ID, patient ID, date, status, and some of them will be foreign reference, foreign key reference to patient ID and employee ID. So this is the code. It is in Python Oracle code. For that, you have to install cx underscore Oracle, and I have implemented it through VS Code with Python. So this is first you have to establish connection with Oracle. Then so the main code is of SQL is create table. I have created an appointment table which will contain a primary key, patient ID, and employee ID. Both are foreign key reference, and its appointment ID is primary key. Then appointment date, like when it is appointment is fixed and its status. And I've executed, so it will display appointment table created successfully. Then we will move to second question. To insert a new record for inpatient, like this is I've created an patient. I've created the what I've created an appointment table. Now I am inserting a new appointment for a patient. Like if there is a patient and he want an appointment, so I will create a new appointment for him. Like I will create into appointment. What a patient ID will be there, info ID will be there, and the time date I've created. So appointment record inserted successfully. This is to show that the program is run and it has executed. Now we'll move to question number 3, which will retrieve all the details of patient who are above 30 years old. So there initially I've created an hospital management database. So what it will do is it will uh, retrieve all the patient details who are of age greater than 30. So there is a where clause will be used, which is for select star from patient where age should be greater than 30. So it will display, see, it will display John Doe, which is of employee, which is of patient ID 1, its date of birth, age, mobile number, which is of 37. So it has displayed. Now move to question number 4, which I have to count the number of doctor in the hospital, like how many doctor are there. So what we'll do is it will count, select count from doctors, and I've displayed it total doctor, so which is 1. Like it is 1 because I've uh, just inserted 1 doctor. So if you want to insert more, you can insert more, and the update query will be used for it. Now question number 5, which is retrieve the patient details along with the doctor they are consulting. So like this is a mixed type of question. Now what will I do is what I have to do is I have to retrieve the patient details along with the doctor. So this has to be what we say. Uh, this has to be join query. It is a join query. So I've selected select patient name, then doctor department from patient. Then I've joined doctor and patient, which is to be joined with the primary key. And this has to be fetch. Now this shows no output because there is no uh, doctor which is appointed to patient. So if I have to get an output, I should have to appoint it first. So that's why it's not showing an output. Now the sixth question is retrieve all patient details along with their test report, even if they have no test report. Then also I have to retrieve all the patient details. So which is to be done is now I what I do is this is a type of left join query. So what will I do is I will select patient name, test report, then its type from patient, which has to be left join with the test report on patient. So see, the output is displayed as John Doe, none, none. Like the patient is there, but there is no report for it. So it is displayed none, none. If there is test report, it should have displayed the test details. Then question number 7, which is insert some sample data into build table. Like I've like the I've created a build. table initially. So I have to insert some details in it. For the next question, I think I have done this. So I am inserting bill, its ID, patient ID, what is amount, date, and issued, and what is status of it, like it is paid or unpaid. So like I've given an query like sample data inserted after if it is not executed, then it should have not shown this. So now move to question number 8, which is in part of it only. Like I have to retrieve all the bills issued after a specific date. Like I have given a date which is 1/1/2024. After this, all the which all bill are issued should be displayed. So I've initially I have given three bill, like I've created three bill. So the output here is only two bill because one bill which I have created is issued before it, but I have to, according to the question, I have to retrieve all the bill issued after a specific date, and it means 1/1/2024. So the two bills are executed. Question number 9 is delete a patient record from table, which is hospital management system. So like delete is simple, delete from patient. Which patient you have to delete is you have to specify, or else all the patient will be deleted if you use star. So I've specified that I have to delete patient ID is equal to 1. Now the last question, which contains I have to retrieve the name of doctor who have a specific specialty. Like I've input, like I have to whatever specific specialty there, I have to give it. So for the specialty, like if I've given, it depends on the data I've inserted initially. So according to the query I have given, the output is Dr. Smith. So it is the data which I had given. So the answer is displayed Dr. Smith. So thank you. This is my presentation. My name is Lalit Singh, registration number 22BC5039. Thank you.